Well, Chad, is obviously at the beginning part of his rehab with his hamstring. Oba, today was the first day. They had taken a splint off yesterday, and so he was trying out the mask. So we wanted to get him through the beginning part of practice, and then do a little work with Dave and see how he feels tomorrow. So, yeah.
And Clint, obviously not injured, but do you have an extra pep in his step with the newborn?
Yeah. He's happy. He's excited about it for sure. He's probably happy to get away from home with 4 kids as well a little bit. But no, he's done well. And we're very happy for him, and happy that the baby was born healthy.
Rose got his first start of the season in the first Dallas game, and he's been in probably more often than not since then. Is that coincidence, or did he show you anything in that particular game?
Andy's just been very consistent. We played him in the middle of midfield. We played him on the outside as well. Andy's always going to give you a good effort. He's one of the guys who covers a lot of ground. When you average out the amount of distances he runs in a game, he's probably near the top, either in the top 5 or top 1 in the league. He's right around the top 5 of the league for sure. So there's a lot of attributes he brings, and with little niggling injuries here and there's been opportunities to continue to play, and I think he's done well.
You had about half your roster or so missing in that first Dallas game. Does that sort of change does this feel more like a first meeting practically this week than, or does that game have some relevance?
Nah, you just forget about the past games. I mean, we'll look at it as we prepare, for our edit. But, we don't know what our lineup's going to be this weekend. You never know what's going to happen during the week. So to anticipate on Tuesday what team you're going to play on Saturday, I just know, we're going into 3 games now where Dallas and us are going into equal rest, and we play Portland in the Open Cup, and they will not have played a game since this past Saturday, so they've got 10 days of rest, and then we play San Jose, which will have played 1 game in the 2 weeks. So we get to play some rested teams after this game.
This is a little bit dated, but just your thoughts on the U.S.-Netherlands game, the 4-3 win.
Obviously it was a great result for the U.S. People saying, well, the Dutch were bad on defense and things, and they've struggled in their qualifications. Those are all true, but at the end of the day, you still got to score goals. So our ability to score goals and score goals late and not take goals late was certainly a plus, although we almost took one off the post there. It was good to see Jordan Morris's contribution, good to see DeAndre's contribution coming off the bench.
Did you watch any of the Women's World Cup? Their match?
The Women's World Cup game, yes, I watched. I probably watched 2/3 of it. I was picking up my wife at the airport during part of it, so I listened to it. Obviously, Megan had 2 very good goals and played a very decisive role there.
US Open Cup back next week. When you kind of look back at your history personally in this event, what does it mean to you, this tournament?
The Open Cup is always important to me. It's important to us as a club because of our history in it now, but it's always been important just from the standpoint that if it's not important, then let's not enter. Let's just stay out of the competition. So if we're going to enter, we're going to try and win it. We have to be smart, as we go into it. We know that we have a game Saturday and we got to come back and play Tuesday. So that might require a little bit of rotation, but, we feel we have people that are eager to step up and play that day.
You guys have never lost at Starfire in U.S. Open Cup play since joining MLS. What does that place mean to you? What makes it so hard to play there for opposing teams?
Can we play our league games there? That would be a good thing then. It's just a very comfortable place, and we know what our record is there. We've got guys who are comfortable playing in those confines, but more than anything, I think the crowd being on top of the action, it just changes it to a different dynamic. When you're sitting up in CenturyLink and you're in the nice seats, you see the game and you can appreciate the game, but when you're up close like you are at Starfire, you really understand the intensity, the speed, the physicality of the game that sometimes you don't see when you're sitting 30 or 40 rows away.
Zach Scott said that last year was probably his most fulfilling cup run. Where did it rank for you?
Any of them that end in a title are all great. You can't. I've stopped comparing. Is this one better than that one? Or, I think the first one is always a little special. Anytime you do the first of anything, so the first U.S. Open Cup we won here is important. But getting 3 in a row at that one point was fantastic. But, last year was good because we sort of felt a little hard done the year before, and to come back and win it was certainly a very satisfying feeling.
Does Rogers' moment in 2009 when you guys played the Timbers, where he scored that first-minute goal and kind of did that celebration, I mean, does that stand out in your memory? Do you kind of?
I still see them falling down. Yeah, I still see the chopping and I still see the falling down. So that was definitely an important moment.
It was just a little 10 minutes, but did you make anything of Tomas's debut?
You know, it was okay. It was you know, a hard game to come into. You know, Papa had given us so much, and I thought, you know, was just out of gas at that point. But he had done a tremendous job, and you know, at first we put Tomas in underneath, and then we pushed him wide right. He was obviously more comfortable wide, but you know, he's here because we think there's a lot to build upon, and you know, he showed that a little bit with the move he made on the right wing. But you know, 10 minutes is hard to evaluate and say, here's your grade.